All right, I'll take off my mask since we have no students here. Normally we would require those. I'm Ron Matheny, and I'm a geochemist in the Department of Geology and Geological Engineering. This geochemistry lab is used by 3 different programs in the department. And we'll talk a little bit about some of the safety aspects that we use for all of our work. First off, I think it's worth mentioning that access to the room is limited. Hydrofluoric acid is used by some of the workers in the lab, so we do have a pretty detailed spill response instructions here for individuals who may be exposed to that. It hasn't happened so far. We have a disclosure on the outside of the door of the hazards that will be inside, including flammable gases, corrosive liquids, oxygen gas, oxidizers, flammable gases, compressed gases, high voltage. We require eye protection, and we don't allow eating or drinking in this room. This lab is on a special key, so room keys do not open this. Ordinary classroom keys do not open this door. Coming inside, some of the safety features include an emergency phone with instructions on how to get emergency help here. We have a repeat of the hydrofluoric acid spill response. We have material safety data sheets for chemicals that are substances that are used in here. A fire extinguisher, which is certified every year. Over here we have an emergency shower, which is inspected by the safety office. As protection for people using the acids, we have rubber aprons, lab coats, we have disposable gloves, we have eye protection, we have additional gloves for other purposes such as working with solvents here. We have another bit of information about hydrofluoric acid spill response depending on the volume of acid that is spilled, and specific instructions for exposure to skin, hair, eyes, inhalation, or clothing. We also have a packet of instructions that can be delivered to the hospital with someone who has been exposed to hydrofluoric acid. When the acid is being used, an additional set of notices is put on the outside door, making sure that people do not distract someone who is using the hydrofluoric acid. We have a first aid kit. We have an emergency fire blanket. And we have a chemical spill treatment kit. Over here, near where the acid is being used, is an eye wash station. More gloves. This is an approved fume hood for hydrofluoric acid, HF. We have approved storage under the hood. We have a sash height limiter so that the hood can only open to a height which will keep the face velocity in the desired range. And we also have a flow alarm if the face velocity should fall too low. There is another fume hood in the lab. This one is older, came with the building. Well, we use this for working with solvents. So we clean up, for example, high vacuum stopcock grease in here with the solvents. And then the fumes, of course, will go up the hood. And we also dry out chem wipes and things that are saturated with solvent are left in there to dry. The lab has a number of tanks of compressed gas. This one is carbon dioxide. This one is oxygen. We also have argon, nitrogen, and more carbon dioxide. All of them are secured as required by UND Safety Office. And perhaps worth mentioning too, there are 2 smoke detectors in the lab, as well as the fire alarm for the building.
No, just say thank you.
Oh, all right. Thanks for your attention.